catch up now with the champion picks as they are just in warm-up for the second. Vengeur's got Visor, Galena, and a Ranger, and you know what? It's right back at you with Cypher. Going to be playing exactly the same ones. Cypher decided that, you know what? Let's not go on the clutch. I respect your clutch. I'm going to back the hell out of that one.
I respect your clutch enough to say no.
Yeah.
But here we go on Corrupted Keep. It's going to be VengeurR on Ranger getting the spawn for SSG and Armor, making his way over towards Rocket Launcher, but just saying, like, hey, we're meeting over there, right? I'll see you there. But here comes an orb from Cypher to go get himself a Tribolt.
He didn't get it. He's checking that to see if he didn't go for the heavy, and he's going to go right on him. Knows that the orb's been already used by Cypher, but it's not worked out. LG. It's just tiny, sort of minimum damage rockets that VengeurR's landing. That rocket's not going to do anything for him either. He's going to have heavy up in a second, and he needs to recollect some weapons, ammunition, ammo crate on the side.
And of course, his health is going to be helping out, but at the moment, there hasn't been a whole lot of damage between the two, and when it's Ranger v. Ranger, you usually expect things to get messy right off the bat. There was a trap waiting to happen there, but I wasn't sure who was trapping who there. So VengeurR was going to look for a little bit more damage with the rocket. And that 45 damage actually does him some pretty good favors. He's going to be RJing right back into the LG position, finally getting a pickup for it just as Mega's coming up. And Cypher saying, you know what, cool, take that Mega. I'm going to go get armor. Oh, but the armor's still up. That's going to leave Cypher a little bit weaker here. And if he's going to commit to going for this armor, he's going to be left without a lot of health. I mean, VengeurR's still got his orb. He can still close the distance. He doesn't commit to it, though, not without any armor of his own.
He needs to get some rockets. He needs LG ammunition. He's just got to collect the whole load. Again, for anyone unfamiliar with this, in duel, players select 3 champions at the beginning of the map. We've also got a champion ban process for the tournament. You've got to eliminate all 3 of your opponent's champions. That will earn you a round. Get 3 rounds in a map, and you win the map. And in this particular instance, it's a best of 5, so you need to win 3. That was interesting. He was trying to go through the sort of little, like,
it would have been very impressive if he had,
Ooh, that hurts a lot. There's going to be a light armor that he can recover a little bit with, but certainly should play a bit more passively.
Again, some of these defensive rockets are keeping him above water. But not for long. All that nail gun from downtown. Cypher getting the first frag on the board, taking away Mega with 2 seconds to armor. If VengeurR wants to show up here, he's going to need to bring his A game, or just all that Tribolt, turning things right back around. Both Rangers deleted, and VengeurR's going to be able to collapse on this LG. A bit of time before items come back up, so there's not really a nexus of attack here, but they're going to be going at each other's throats anyway. Cypher goes down again. The LG working out so well for VengeurR.
We're getting like the maximum damage Tribolts going on. All of these Rangers that they're finding, they're not respecting it, and they are suffering to it. Mega health just taken. Is Cypher going to attack heavy?
Might not be aware of like the 4-second gap there, so he's showing up a little bit late actually, as VengeurR gets away with the armor. Oh, again, good damage from the Tribolt. VengeurR getting some of the 25s up. Might have needed to pick up these. Yeah, those are good to have.
Well, the lava that was just doing about 20 damage or so to Cypher. He's so weak after that. He's got a totem to heal up a bit. There's a lot of armor going to VengeurR. When he takes this Mega now, he should have a good idea of when heavy is, and he's got to go for it.
And with that Mega take by VengeurR, did he not see Cypher there on the 25? He's just going to be rocketed right into the armor. Nearly takes a totem to the face. It's a lot of self-damage just to avoid that damage.
He even goes for the sort of little rocket jump through the teleporter just to increase his momentum going around the other side. Which, you know, if you're not playing a champion like Ranger, it's like you're sacrificing a fair amount of health and armor for that. A little bit of Tribolt damage, but it's not much actually. Cypher still respects, however.
VengeurR has a tough choice to make. He knows that Cypher had assumed that Mega had already been taken. VengeurR didn't actually get the take, but he also didn't have enough stack to really turn that to his advantage. So now he doesn't really have the read on where Cypher is at the moment. He's expecting him through the doorway. Doesn't quite have the shot lined up for him, though. But the Tribolt on the other side of the statue is going to be so effective here. But this machine gun coming out of Cypher is just insane.
And both of them ended up doing tons of damage instead.
At some point, VengeurR, he's got to realize that he's got the clock to play for.
Just then.
A 50 damage rocket, you know, once every 20 seconds or so could give him this round.
That heavy, it is spawning right on time for him. Impressed with VengeurR. Timing's been a weakness for him in the past, and he's really keeping a track of the items incredibly well. He's avoiding the totem. blocking off that exit a little bit.
He doesn't need to push this actually, but he's going to be here. The nail gun could be very destructive. 20 seconds to play here. VengeurR's got to find a little bit of health, a little bit of armor. He's looking at the heavy though. Mega's coming back up. There's a totem on it already. If he deletes it, Cypher's going to know exactly what's up, and Cypher comes careening into this fight. The LG is out, but VengeurR manages to sneak a rocket over the top with 11 HP. Take the frag, take the round.
I mean, that looks so goddamn close. There are 10 seconds left in that. I thought Cypher had it when he put him up the bounce pad, but the clutch rocket right at the end means VengeurR gets round 1. Gonna get a reset, 3 champions for each player now. VengeurR going with Ranger to start with, likewise for Cypher. Minimum weapons. Oh my god, Albright in for both players. Cypher wanted to commit to that. He has got the superior stack. The machine gun is tearing VengeurR apart. And that is going to be Cypher with the early advantage.
I don't know if Cypher wants to go down as one of the best machine gun players on the planet, but so far that's the way it's looking. He's so confident with it. Yeah, really leaning on it here. But VengeurR's rockets, again, are just fantastic from the top, from below. And it's going to even up the frags once again, just like the first round. Visor on visor. VengeurR taking away a fairly clean armor, and there's a good 15 seconds between the 2 items, so there's the potential for VengeurR to get both. But of course, on Corrupt to keep every item can turn into a fight. Where did he go? Oh, and Cypher killed himself.
Holy crap, that Mega's going to be up. So what the spawn's going to be like? Cypher, he gets right next to Mega Health. He's going to get a load of
freebie.
Yeah, he gets totem down on the teleporter exit. LG, rockets. He's got a light armor over here, but there's a small trap. However, VengeurR misses that rocket on the exit.
It's going to turn into Cypher looking for some pressure on the armor, and it's enough pressure to give him the item at the very least. VengeurR just playing the plus back with these rockets, but against the LG, is this not going to be enough? I'm impressed by that damage, though. VengeurR fought off pretty well.
His rockets were landing. One more direct would have gotten him the kill, but not to be the case. Cypher's pressure and stack was enough, and we're going to be set now with at least 2 rounds to be played, including the one we're in now. Cypher, visor to start with.
It's going to give VengeurR a very... Whoa, there's the orb, just making a line in the sand immediately. Realizing that, hey, it's not Ranger v Ranger at the start, so I actually got the advantage here. And all this LG coming out of VengeurR. Of course, Cypher's not going to commit to this, but Cypher doesn't have anywhere to go. He can hope for a little bit of extra damage, but he got none there. 8 seconds to either item. VengeurR's a little bit weak here, but Cypher's already down to his last champion.
Yeah, that's such quick work. A direct rocket. He's got an orb to go in as well, but Cypher, he's fighting back, and the rockets are still going to land for him. Not done for VengeurR.
Against any other champion, that might have been worth it just to do the damage, take the frag, and then get a return. But a Galena can recover so fast, especially with armor and Mega up. Yeah, Cypher's in a really good place right now.
He knows the rotation flawlessly. And I think VengeurR's going to be really gutted because he positioned himself in such a way that that quick round win was well within the realm of possibilities.
Cypher's damage output just really stepped up its game. We've got 2 seconds to Mega. VengeurR's looking to drop down from the window for it. They're both kind of eyeing the prize. It's going to be VengeurR taking the dive, as well as a little bit of LG damage, but actually not a whole lot. Certainly enough to make it worthwhile for VengeurR.
Finding each other off the machine gun now. LG switch. VengeurR has no armor, just 100
got no
health. He's trying to back his way through the archway, but he's not going to be able to make it. Okay, VengeurR does get out in the end. There's a light armor, but the rockets from the distance. That is now Galena versus Galena with items to spawn. VengeurR's not gone for the Mega Health, actually. He's gone for weaponry instead, which isn't a bad choice, but he's left very, very low.
It's enough to keep Cypher at totem's length, but a good spam rocket. I was actually expecting more damage out of that, but Cypher's got a great stack here. 15 seconds to heavy armor. As you can see, VengeurR's got nothing stack-wise. If Cypher finds him once, it's going to be over for the round. But again, these defensive rockets do really good work for VengeurR.
The control is just being carried on by Cypher, and VengeurR's having a really hard time going up against this. He's stuck in this corner. He's hitting such amazing rockets though sometimes. I don't know how he's going to survive. On 10 points of health, he's rushing the 2 HP bubbles. He backs out before there's any lightning gun range within reach. But over at Tribal, he runs right into him. He's hoping for a miracle right now. Won't happen. Cypher is going to take the lead now in the grand final.
And awkward exchange there. Yeah, exactly. But Corrupted Keep can give us some rounds just like this. This is stuff dreams are made of. But let's see if VengeurR can push it forward into a 5th round.
Yeah, I like what we're getting though. Close. even game on Corrupted Keep. Both players battling hard for it. Some mental fights happening. Give me some more of that. With a rocket jump, I think, from Venger. He's gone a bit crazy. I think he's going to get LG down. And you know, that's what Venger brings sometimes. He brings some just absolute insanity and moves you wouldn't dream of making. And then sometimes you realize why you don't dream of making them. Ooh.
Yeah, especially with this LG, it's like claws take the wheel, but we've got Cypher. Looking for a little bit of machine gun damage and getting even 15 damage off here. He's got some really good reads. It's going to be fairly synced up Mega and heavy armor. It's going to leave Venger with LG and Mega, but he's going to need to bring his own shaft out for this fight.
Ooh. How the hell did he just hit so much all of a sudden?
Yeah.
He might even push a bit. No, he's only got 1 HP himself. Never mind that.
That's been the dilemma he's been having a lot here. He's doing a lot of damage, but he just cannot afford to commit to anything more aggressive.
As long as you've got more than 0, just push.
Just don't worry about your health. But again, these sniper rockets coming out of Cypher, and there's the finisher. Very clean.
Visor to play versus, as you said, a clean frag, so he can immediately take control back afterwards. However, it's slightly contested considering Venger's got the mega health. He's found himself a light. Oh no, the light armor's not spawned there yet.
And with Cypher backing up these rockets, he's 2 frags up. I mean, this is the last champion available for Venger on this map, potentially. And Cypher just making sure that he's fully stacked up. I mean, he's showing some respect to the LG and just the accuracy that Venger's able to break out, but consistently, Cypher's just has so much more control, and yeah, a rocket like that sets a great tone. Mega's going to be up and taken by Cypher. Venger almost comes right through that doorway and goes, wait a minute, that would be a terrible idea.
He keeps rocket jumping, he keeps doing these mad things. He goes in for another blast of LG, but he's less than 5 points of health. He'll find a light armor. There's 2 25s. Uh-oh. Run, boy.
50 health is not going to be enough to save him here. It's going to put him in a bad spot, too, so extracting is going to be difficult. Cypher's expecting him to show up at this armor, though.
Yep, he's not doing that. Venger's slow game isn't working out too badly. He should be able to jump onto the Mega. He's not gone for it. There's 2 25s. The rockets aren't terrible at all, but he can't pick up the Mega health that's still up.
Cypher's
no!
Yeah, that was crunching some real numbers there, so GG called on Corrupted Keep, as Cypher will be taking the first map.
To warm up in just a moment. And, we'll get to see what happens there. Venger, of course, he's going to be participating in QuakeCon with teammate Base from Cyberfight. An interesting Russian plus Italian combo, which I don't think we see in many esports at all, actually. Nevertheless, guys, map 2, grand final, EU Elite. In the Quake Open League division, we are on Cypher to start with.
All right, so it's going to be a LG pickup for him, and this side of the map can be a little bit slow. We've got Venger going for the cheeky rail attempt, but Cypher just tracking with all this LG. Is the dart going to be enough to get him out of here? No, he whiffs it a little bit. It goes wide, and the Totem finishes him off. Good job, Totem. You get a treat.
A little Gib explosion there on the X here. That was lovely. If Venger got that orb and got through to that light armor, he would have gotten away and lived to fight another day, but the lightning gun that Cypher was landing off the start was just unbelievable. Look at that though, Cypher returns back and hits pretty much 100% himself.
I like this Totem down. It's putting some pressure on Venger on the exit from the armor, and these are like really oblique rocket angles, but he's pretty weak himself. He's got to duck out, looking for, wow, looking for that last shot through the hole, but that's going to be 1 HP for Cypher to give him that second frag.
I think I would have thought that he'd at least have the mutual frag at the end then, but not to be the case. If he can get himself into control though, take the Mega, now position himself over for heavy, there's definitely a chance he can fight back in this. Cypher's got to give a little bit of respect due to the lack of resources he's got.
All this LG though, but Venger's LG is just as strong. We didn't have quite enough time for Cypher to fully restack there, so we've got Venger on the board at least, looking for this rocket. He needs a little bit more damage though. Is the LG giving off the finish? There it is. And now we're down to the last champions either way. Cypher on a Ranger, but 3 seconds to Mega. Venger might actually have to fight for this one. Yep.
But, oh my god, Orb comes through. It's going to go off the map, and presumably Cypher won't go through that.
And Venger deciding that, you know what, it's not worth it. You can have the 1 Mega, but he needs to be on this armor for sure. Ooh, great tribal.
Another Totem down, he hits a rocket, he's going to surely land another little flick of LG. And Venger manages to come back in that round completely. Cypher's got the dot down.
Oh, man. All right.
There was a really odd moment in that round where Venger was at the heavy, and he decides to go up the bounce pad on the side. When heavy was still there, Cypher went into it like, why didn't he take it? Is it like a movement mistake?
Yeah.
Is he low? And he went in and died. And it was just such an obscure move by Venger. I don't really fully know how to explain it. I'd love to be able to, like, yeah, when he comes over to America,
there's a little bit of an element of, who's got the bigger LG in this fight.
Yeah, and they both think very highly of their aim. Rightfully so.
All right, but Venger with Mega and full natural armor. He's not going to get any damage out of the teleporter, but he's still tracking this Galena through the banana. And a great initial shot. Where's the follow-up, though? There's the orb. Where's the LG to follow and finish? It's not going to happen just yet, and even Venger himself is down to 33 HP. And at some point, you realize you just cannot push against the Galena. She's going to have that totem up. It's going to slow you down. It's going to give her way more health. And Venger's still so weak, as is Cypher.
Crazy that Venger was still going for shots there. It's a shame he didn't go for the rail, actually, up the bounce pad, but he's like he wanted minimal contact, as he was so weak himself. Finds another rocket. Orb looking for the damage. Cypher, he's going to fall off. LG, though, Cypher, he's outstacked in that situation. He's walking into death.
That was odd. You could see that Venger had already pulled out his LG and was training the shaft on it before Cypher even hit the jump pad, but he still went for it, still committed. Cypher's machine gun, though, godlike today. It's going to put them both down a champion, but Cypher's still really weak. Venger gets a spawn on LG, which doesn't allow him to attack immediately, but Cypher brings the fight to him for some reason.
Yeah, 2 HP. Venger is going to find the extra bit of damage right at the end. You're right, he was so weak, and after the items had just been taken, Venger had a good chance of getting the frag back. Oh my god, that rocket all coming through. Very real possibility Cypher would have gone through that.
That rocket just about gave me a heart attack, but Venger down to 34 HP, but his LG is just so great. Cypher is on the chase, though. Venger down to 24. No items up at the moment, but Venger can recover here. There's like 75 health, a bit of armor, and all kinds of hourglasses to get a grab on.
That's an absolutely nutty fight that we're getting from these guys. Venger looking to put himself 2-0. Totem out. Orb just got used. Tough angles for both players there.
I've been seeing Venger switch over to rail for some of these finishers sometimes, even for all the crazy rocket pops he's been getting. Doesn't even have a rail right now, but there's Cypher dropping him with the rocket launcher. Kind of in Venger's blind spot there, too.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. That was really aggressive from Cypher, but an amazing move. Galena, though, Venger was able to shut down the Rampant Galena last time. His rockets have not been bad at all. A warning shot with the Dire Orb, just to try to get him to back off a bit.
Oh, great rocket, but all he can really do is spam from here. And this is, again, where you would expect Venger to pull his own railgun out, but Cypher's the one making all these attempts, right?
I'm sure if Venger would have one just then.
How do you do 3 minutes in a round of Awoken and not have a rail?
Ooh, look at this.
Cypher didn't get any info from that rocket, so he had the right read, he just didn't have the confirmation, so he doesn't actually know that Venger's there. In fact, he can probably guess that he's not there.
Yeah, if you didn't realize, guys, the players can't see the X-rays, only us gifted.
Yeah,
just got up to iron that one out.
But unfortunately, Venger didn't really have anything to do with that slight advantage. And in the meantime, Cypher's just gone shopping for every literal thing on the map, and he's gotten it for free.
I like that the game is slowed down quite a bit. Cypher realized what Venger's doing.
Venger hasn't slowed down, he's stopped.
Yeah, and he's back to that position he was exactly at before. It gives it away. There's 2 totems there now, in fact.
Yeah, number 3 in a few seconds. We'll give him some Mega.
Venger, he's going to regret being in this position. He's got 2 totems over there. He can put himself back up to 100 HP. But we've got the heavy now. Cypher looking for a ridiculous angle.
10 seconds to Mega. Venger's got to feel like he's got a stake in this, right?
That's impressive that Venger's worked his way over to Mega. Really nice from him. He's looking for rockets to land, but it's mostly the damage from Cypher. There's a 25 health bubble, but he doesn't really need that. He needs more of a miracle to survive in this round. Just trapped in the little cubby hole, and the Tribot's got his name on it. 1 for 1. Very similar again to Corrupted. Keep Venger with an early advantage, but can he hold on to this and get a lead back now?
I know we weren't watching Venger's POV there, but I really hope that him standing in that corner for so long wasn't him just locking up. I hope he had a plan and it just didn't go his way.
I like it though. I think sometimes you do just have to be patient because you realize this rotation I'm not going to be able to get items, and all I need to do is survive until I can understand like his own route.
Right. Nice long-range rockets from Cypher. As VengeurR is going to be forced to look for some smaller items to recover. But has he grabbed a rail on this side of the map? He's still working it with the LG, but now he's taking just as much damage as he's dishing out. He doesn't really have the stack to back it up with, and there's Cypher with the quick switch over to machine gun to finish him off.
Where's the spawn from VengeurR? I think he was at rocket. He is going to jump onto this. He's with Galena leaving visor for last. Does hit a nice rocket. That's going to remove most of the armor for Cypher. Wow, he's just finding angle after angle after angle. There's going to be piercing sight now for Cypher.
Where are VengeurR's rails, though? I mean, Cypher's showing VengeurR, hey, the railgun's useful sometimes.
Well, VengeurR was hitting a shot or two, but he's just have it out at the... Well, didn't have it out when he knew to do right at the end.
Good rocket, though. Cypher's going to be on the run with 48 HP a little bit. Is there a shot through the hole? No, not so much. It's going to be VengeurR up top with another rocket. And
Whoa.
There's the rail. Okay, cool.
Wow, that wasn't even piercing
Maybe
sight.
he's listening to the stream.
That was just like a disgustingly good rail shot. Holy crap. That was so quick. Like, he must have seen his toes and then pulled the trigger.
All right, but VengeurR, he's looking to turn one frag into two here as he's down to his visor. He's able to fight off Cypher from the Mega, take away small armor, and get set up for the heavy. So it's a good rotation for him. As Cypher's going to be actually rotating right back out of there towards LG. And VengeurR, he's got to know that he's back here, but he can find him anyway with this shaft and put him down to his Ranger.
I mean, Cypher was running around with the gaunt out, didn't seem to expect him to move towards the Mega so quickly. He had that rocket jump and a nice strafe over to the Mega elbow.
There it is.
Filthy rails. That's going to be another round for VengeurR. He's managed to get 2 in a single map. Can he put us, well, guarantee us a 4th map in the series is what I'm wondering.
Absolutely. And this is best of 5 and the grand final after all.
Yep.
And we were hoping that it would be just as electric as it is currently here in Awoken, but VengeurR taking a little bit of machine gun damage in the back as he's taken away rail and heavy. He's able to get a clean grab for rocket launcher. So he heard the totem dropped at that point. He went, oh, the teleporter's actually safe for the moment. Great rocket jump. Nice.
I like it.
Yeah. Clean.
Exactly as you say, it's good information to work with. You know where your safe spots are if you hear that ability used so early on.
That's so VengeurR going quiet here, looking to lay a trap at the tribal jump pad or at top 2. The first rocket is good, and the orb is good as well. There's only pieces of Galena left.
There's a fun rocket jump over, actually. He might rocket jump right into him, trying to get some extra damage. Cypher's getting some good rockets on a mid-air from VengeurR. It's going to secure the second. However, he's low on the health now. There might be a light armor waiting for him. He's going to have to recuperate as quickly as he can ahead of this rotation of items.
It's going to be orb on orb. Ooh. And of course, you never really see the telefrag in that case, very rarely. But VengeurR's still walking around with no health whatsoever.
That was a mad
Cypher's
rail.
taking some damage. But coming out into mid is going to be really risky for either of them.
Look at this. Just snap through 5 rails. He's going forward. He's going to get shot in the air, and the machine gun takes him down in the end. Now Cypher can possibly put an end to this madness. It's his last champion. He doesn't have an amazing stack. Sure, his health is overstacked there. Does not mean much, especially when VengeurR's got 100 armor to his name.
Yeah, in the meantime, VengeurR's trying to put an end to this map. Cypher, top T without any armor. Just rockets. No LG. Well, you have to count that machine gun as well. Light or not, it is just deadly in Cypher's hands. There's the Mega pickup for him. Coming in for a rail. It's a rocket jump into the rail, but all this rocket damage that VengeurR's taking, how is he not dead yet? Holy crap.
How is he not dead? He's been missing so many shots, and he's still not dead. I don't know how that happened. VengeurR,
there it is.
Goes down
Finally.
in the end.
Jeez.
I think that's a shame for VengeurR because Cypher wasn't that stacked in that fight, and he just missed everything. LG, there's a lot of armor there for VengeurR. He uses that totem as a shield. 11 HP for Cypher. The Mega's up right now. VengeurR takes it and gets the long-range starting shotgun. We are 1 for 1 in the grand final.
Say GG, Cypher.
There's a lot to work for. Anyway, guys, it's a map 3 in the grand final here. EU Elite Division. It's the 4th season of Quake Open League, and Cypher is taking the stage right now. We've got a rail in return. The LG damage hurts. VengeurR still poking and prodding, trying to get some damage out.
Yeah, I like all of this initial damage here. Cypher defending himself with Tribal just a little bit. items aren't too far off sync from each other. They're both a little bit late, but about on time. So VengeurR checking it, but he's still going to get back over to the armor. And did Cypher figure out that orb was committed to? Did he see it?
Yeah, I know. He would have definitely have guessed. Heavy coming up in a few moments. So I think at that stage, if he doesn't commit to it, like VengeurR is just absolutely mad, which we've kind of established already, but
wow,
all right, kind of mad.
You might be right there, Zoot. I mean, that was decisive and relatively clean. Even all the frags that Cypher made on Awoken, he paid the price for them in blood, but right now in Blood Covenant, Cypher's making him pretty free.
Looking for some damage down below, but nothing to connect. VengeurR going to try and engineer a fight that's a bit more favorable for him compared to the one down at Pillars earlier. Oh, direct rocket. He's walking through more of the LG. VengeurR's left so low. Some good defensive plays, but he's going full LG on us.
He's skipping his way down to that Mega. I mean, again, he's going to have plenty of health, quite a bit of armor, in fact. Heavy's still 7 seconds away. VengeurR can't really afford to show up on it. He could try to defend this side of the map with only the rocket launcher that he's got, but he's diving back down towards LG, starting to slow things down a little bit, but you cannot hide from Visor. I'm surprised that rocket didn't do any damage, but that rail certainly did.
Rail definitely found him, and Cypher now continuing that control. He's going to be in a little bit late for Mega, but he'll surely search for some kind of damage on the exit. VengeurR's going to walk right into him. Look at the LG that he's hitting. Some damage from above. I think he's dropped a totem too, and he's still chasing this one down. Wow. Okay.
He's not wasting any time. I mean, he's got plenty of time to catch up these frags, but yeah, he's going to be trading this rail. Here comes the piercing sight, and VengeurR's actually waiting on this armor. Could be the end of him here with this last rail. And it's actually going to be the machine gun. Could have seen that coming. It is Cypher after all.
Our first time Cypher gets the first round.
Prepare to fight.
Versus VengeurR on each of these maps. And VengeurR felt a little bit weak in that one, but the Cypher had it all over him just then.
Let's see how the spawns treat him this time around. Cypher's going to be on bridge. And we've got actually wasting no time on that Mega this time. So that means that VengeurR's going to be a little bit later getting over to LG, small armor, and indeed rail. But he's going to have tribal.
Yeah, so aggressive so early on. Both of the players used their ability at similar times. And again, it's just almost for VengeurR, it's like, it doesn't really matter what weapon I've got. I'm gonna be aggressive right now, and he's gonna have to think of something to come back, and then I'll decide what I'll do.
Well, he's still got to put together a pickup of rail, most likely. Mega's gonna be back up as well, but you know, he got it early, and he doesn't really need it right now. Wow. He's still got Cypher on this side of the map, and he's showing that he's got his own machine gun to work with.
These rockets are absolutely on point just then. Again, piercing sight aiding him in all of this. Mega health has gone over. Ooh, okay, little flick, trying to pick up another.
And he heard those hourglasses, right? He's going to be able to hear the small armor as well, but he's actually peeking over towards pillars. 10 seconds to heavy armor, and Cypher's still playing from the elbow there. And he's actually got his rail back.
And that tribal damage hurts, and then VengeurR knowing that the railgun's been taken, it's like, yeah, just get out of there. Let's not increase the level of risk even more than it already feels to be.
So popping the piercing sight here. VengeurR's looking for the right time to come through the teleporter, looking for the right time to get that rail. He's got the one shot. And at this point, Cypher is completely knocked off the timing of Mega. He doesn't need to be here at all. VengeurR's going to collide in, dodge out from that dire orb, but Cypher still got the rocket? What?
I don't understand the weapon decisions from VengeurR. He's going in close range with the railgun. Like a typical move to make is once you close the gap, you switch over to the lightning gun or the rockets, and that just wasn't the case.
That frag was delivered to VengeurR with a bow on it. That was him all the way. He knew that Cypher didn't have the timing for Mega. Cypher, once he realized that, still took a rail, diving off of pillars.
Well, we had a defensive orb just then. Oh my god, Cypher was just propelled in the air for a while. It seemed like he was just stuck up there. Well, you know, despite VengeurR making a very questionable play beforehand, he's delivering afterwards. Heavy's going to be up next.
He's certainly made up for it, but now he's got to get something like control here. He's going to be looking for a Cypher at armor. It's going to be an armor and Mega trade. Cypher actually left it, though. He still doesn't have timing. This is all free stuff for VengeurR.
I'm really surprised VengeurR got all of that. I mean, he's keeping a track of the items a little bit, but that was, I mean, very unusual for Cypher to totally lose track of the items in such a way.
That jump makes me just think of Troubled Waters.
I love the rocket jumps we've been getting from VengeurR on this map. He's Earlier in the tournament, he wasn't really landing all the jumps that he was going for, but this has been clean from him. Happy to see it.
So Venger taking away armor. Still 3 seconds to Mega, and this time Cypher's going, you know what, I'm going to get this Mega timing no matter what, and he's got it. He's taking a lot of rocket launcher damage. And that Mega's going to be worth it, if only just. Still so weak. Venger's looking for a rail here. Oh, but Cypher manages to get the shot between his eyes and take the frag back. Galena v. Galena. Cypher's a little bit weaker, but of course with that totem in play, he can recover at any point.
He's got the weapons too. Venger with a brilliant vertical rocket. He can back out, get himself the heavy. With more rocket launcher ammunition, he can also get himself onto the railgun. Well, he's got to be careful here. He gives up an angle. Cypher's always going to take it. He's going to take the second. Can't quite land the third. Venger on the brink of death and giving Cypher a 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, this is risky for both of them. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the round, but at this point, with the last champs up, it doesn't matter. We've got Mega taken by Cypher, looking for the drop rail on Venger. He gets the shot. Venger just barely holding on to life, and unfortunately for him, there's not a whole lot of health to take around down there.
Probably sitting on the blood pool for a second. Okay, look at that. Triple totem for Cypher. When you get 3 totems down as Galena, you can start overstack healing, and it is such a big resource to have. Oh no!
Thanks for rocketing me over to this corner, man.
So curious from Venger. He goes through the teleporter to see what's going on, and it's not a pleasant surprise.
I don't know where he thought Cypher was going after that rocket. Yeah.
If Cypher started moving down the hallway towards Rocket, or even, sorry, not towards Rocket, but to Mega, or Rocket, I guess, then maybe there's a chance for him to do damage, but it was more like hopeful. I think he read into it a bit too much.
It's going to put Cypher on match point for Blood Covenant, and so far your read of him having a bit of an advantage here has been all too true. Cypher with Tribal and not a lot else, but coming through the TV. Wow, look at this aggression from Venger. He just wants this fight to happen, and he's going to get it. With 82.99 left over. Not too bad, all things considered. That was dangerous against the Tribal, but now he's got to get a rail, got to get some proper control. And an LG wouldn't hurt either.
Oh, dire orb between each other. Rockets. Venger's landing a little more, and it is going to pay off for him. There's the heavy armor. We're seeing lots of rocket jumps. How the hell is he doing that? Big damage reduction as a ranger, so you can rocket jump a lot more freely without feeling that you're hurting yourself quite as much.
I don't think Venger cares either way.
It's just like, whatever. I like...
He would be rocket jumping no matter who is playing.
Can't tell me what to do.
He's got his orb back up. He's denying the rail from Cypher just momentarily, but Cypher's picked up a great stack off of this Galena spawn. We're only 1 minute into Blood Covenant. Yeah, if I were European, I'd probably like Blood Covenant more too, if this is the pace of most of those games. Yeah, he's just asking for that rail, really.
This is dying. Oh my god, that rocket doesn't
How can
kill
I create the most telegraphed position for a rail ever? I know, I'm going to orb across the map onto a jump pad.
Is there a method to this madness? Okay, maybe not. Nice combo from Cypher. He gets himself a frag in the round. Still with a chance to 3-0 Venger on this map.
Ooh, again, great LG whenever Venger has one, but he's again going for the jump pad. That's a lot of LG, that's a lot of rail, and Cypher's looking to finish off this visor. Down he goes. Cypher at only 13 HP, but he's got a totem coming back up, as well as Mega.
I mean, it's crazy.
No problem.
It's crazy how much damage that Venger does. He's supposedly such disadvantageous positions. But he's made it really hard for himself, I think, with some of the plays that he's made.
Yeah, so Cypher here. Again, like you said, looking to 3-0 Venger. Give himself a little bit more breathing room, going quiet down at the small armor. He actually does need that small, so it wouldn't be bad. So he's looking for, yeah. Oh, he ducked out just long enough so that Venger has no idea. But that armor's going to give his position away.
Now he knows. Now he knows.
Now we know. Mega's going to be up. It's going to be a bit of a race back over towards it. Cypher throwing down a totem just to be a bit of a barricade.
Really surprised Venger was in that position to fight, but I don't dislike it. He's managed to earn himself heavy armor from that. His health is still quite good, and he's rocket jumped up to the top position. He's so quick around. How is he so quick?
I wasn't expecting him there either, but it's a great amount of LG, but Cypher's rockets are going to be on point. That last one nearly doing the job. Venger having to totem back up for some help. Cypher, same thing.
Oh my god.
A perfect rocket out of that teleporter. That's finally going to give Venger a round on Blood Covenant.
Cypher, I think, is getting thrown off by the amount of speed that Venger's showing going around the map. He's pulling from rockets around towards the pillars, rocket jumping across, and For Cypher, it's like, why are you rocket jumping?
And the thing I admire here is that Venger's not using that speed just to plus forward against Cypher. He's using it just to get a better position.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wenger did that to Cypher off the start of last round, I think, and now it's...
tit for tat, yeah.
Actually.
Great tribal. Venger is thinking about pushing this thing forward, especially with that LG. All this train is going to be resulting in a pretty free frag for Venger. He's got to recover 10 seconds to Mega. There's some 25s on the armor on this side of the map, but soon enough, Cypher's going to have his own LG. Oh, didn't see him there. That was actually a rail opportunity for Venger. Didn't actually have the tracking right.
No, he didn't have him going for that. But lots of stack regardless. He will have to give up the heavy. Well, will he? Cypher's not gone for it. I think he's paying risk. Wenger thinks that Cypher's taken it, though. Is the issue. He's going to hear it now. Oh, I don't think he did. I think that was
so
just
often
out
on
of
this
range.
map. You took Mega, right? You took armor, right?
You made an assumption. Shahar,
Please
you know
don't. No.
Okay.
That's too dad joke even for me.
Okay, that's fine. He's looking at it. He thinks it's meant to spawn now.
Oh no.
And in a normal world, it does.
Oh no.
But it's all
to his
gone
credit, he's
horribly
giving it up.
wrong.
He's going, nope, I don't have the information.
Yeah.
If I stay here, it's bad news for me.
I like that. A lot of players climbing through the ranks, they would kind of sit there and wait for it to appear.
Like it's gonna
put themselves in a bad position because of it. But
oh, it does. It does show up exactly half a second after your opponent kills you.
That's kind of the rule, isn't it? If you end up waiting there for however much time, that's what always happens. And then you're like, yeah, I knew the timing.
See? Yeah. I had it.
You had no idea, really.
But Wenger staying on the hourglasses.
Wow.
And he's still got the rail there, even after giving away his position, getting no damage off of those rockets, no information off those rockets.
Whoa. Okay, that's too aggressive. It goes right into him. The rail almost takes him down. There's a 25, and Cypher orbs through to the opposite end of the map. I do like the little pop rocket jumps, though, that Wenger's doing from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting a little bit of increase in speed, and he's able to keep the direction that he's going. If you do rocket jumps off walls, then you sometimes push yourself a little bit too far in the direction you're not able to go through the whole way in front of you.
I mean, Wenger was obviously hoping to make that lap on the map and come out on top stack-wise, but
oh no!
He tried to dodge the orb with his orb, but it got stuck on the wall.
And there's orb got orbed by an orb. I don't know.
Yo, dog, heard you like thy orbs.
Exactly. LG. Oh, okay, that's a tasty rocket.
And this is going to put Cypher on frag map point.
You know that. I still feel like the reason we got there is because of that heavy miss time from Wenger. Cypher's going to find him over at pillars, take him down. There's a 3 for 1 whole way through, not just like first round. With $25,000 first place prize. Second
Winner
place
takes all,
prize
yeah.
is a wooden spoon.
Yep.
Not even a wooden spoon. Maybe a modicum of respect.
I could hear
max.
you like thinking, what's worse than a wooden spoon?
I once won a wooden spoon
Really?
for being the worst bowler.
Wow.
And I was like 10 years old, man. It was really heartbreaking. Anyway, we got this gone absolutely insane off the beginning of map 4.
What are these rockets?
We should introduce this one, guys.
Oh, no! From
Paul,
downtown! That rocket traveling all the way across heavy armor. Great spam work out of Cypher. Cypher trying to turn Sarnath into a little bit of arrow walk. It's going to be Wenger who's got to walk his way through Mega and get some weapons.
But LG hurts. Rocket's coming right back from Wenger. He still has a bit of that Mega intact. Okay, not anymore. He gone.
I mean, that is a lot of damage for Wenger to take, but he's at least able to defend himself a little bit more this time. Wenger's lost track of his exact positioning. Expecting him to show up at armor would be a little bit too much, but maybe Mega is where Cypher can put some pressure on. If Cypher goes to Mega himself. Took a brief detour for some hourglasses, but that gives Wenger the Mega pretty much for free.
And he's got a nice amount of LG damage, actually. If he can hold things together, he can get himself a position over at heavy.
Oh.
Good rail shot. Piercing sight, just going to close out. Another rail, actually. Wenger returns fire, but it's not got enough HP to justify going down to the heavy.
And they're both doing so much mutual damage to each other, and Cypher takes another rail. That last one goes wide, and yeah, even with the armor, it would be dangerous, but Cypher pulls one out of his hat and takes another frag off of Wenger.
If Wenger hit that rail, he would have gotten the kill. I dare say that was actually a risk worth taking, but Cypher's rail return was just phenomenal.
It ended up being risky for both of them, but Cypher off that frag is actually pretty cleanly stacked. He's going to be able to pop the site and get a bead on this Galena very, very quickly. But again, VengeurR's LG just has to be respected. Just insane damage.
Like, what is going on with his LG? I don't understand. It's just unfair to be hitting like that. And he reacted so quickly to what Cypher was doing. That was unreal.
Certainly got his headphones on straight, but VengeurR is having trouble doing a lot off of these frags.
Machine gun. Oh, he can't quite hit the rail. He's on 2 points of health. Has to back away.
You can see that hard shift in his thinking, though. He went, oh, Cypher, machine gun, time to leave.
Oh! There we go.
Hi.
When you need to hit the important rail, it works out for him. All of a sudden, this round, less than 3 minutes in, it's gone down to final champions. Cypher's put a totem down, but the LG is hurting him so much. Surely there's going to be a commitment from VengeurR, and he goes with the machine gun in the end. Round 1 to the Sicilian.
I thought he was actually using that LG maybe a little bit too long. There was that one point where he was about to leave his field of view. I was like, where's the rail?
Yeah.
Time for a rail.
Rail in close quarters, though.
It wasn't that close at that point. The switch to machine gun midair, that was much better, though. I appreciate that.
My butt cheeks would not have enjoyed a rail switch. Would not have appreciated that.
All right, but VengeurR able to take away armor, orbit right back over to LG, just avoiding a close-range fight there this early in the round.
Bit of gauntlet out as well. Man, if you guys haven't seen the Death Knight gauntlet, by the way,
yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's pretty
Goodness gracious. I like these rockets coming out of VengeurR, but it's the LG that's going to be the end of him if Cypher can get his last rail off. But there's VengeurR once again, pulling it out of nowhere, getting the frag.
Needs to help up a little bit. He might receive a bit of counterplay straight away. Oh no. Cypher backs away. I think he orbed up to get the Mega. Orbed up, got LG, got Mega. Oh my god, that was really close. He's behind him though. Cypher being a ninja as always. There's one.
For a second it looked like, because the LG was actually going past VengeurR, that Cypher was just invisible. It was like, where is this LG coming from?
Down. Oh my god, one rail. VengeurR's got to hit another. He misses the shot. Is he going to go for another? Oh my god, he returns fire. And just before the heavy's up. This man's got massive gonads. That's unbelievable.
But Cypher down to his Galena, already able to take a gallon of health. As VengeurR's looking for the slower stack back up. He's able to take Hourglasses enough to give him just enough piercing sight to get this rail, but the machine gun from Cypher, like, just leave.
Yeah.
As soon as you start getting pelted by that, get out of there.
So painful. And yet again, we're going down to third champion for each player. Early on in the round as well. That's heavy up. VengeurR trying to defend himself. He's got the heavy right behind him. Picking it up looks easier said than done, but he gets it in the end. Cypher gives him a little bit of space. Yeah,
Cypher's hoping that that was enough LG damage so that Cypher could go get small armor, go get a Mega, and get Cypher this fight. And this predicted rocket, where did that even come from?
Wow, that was tasty right there. 1 for 1 on Ruins of Sinai.
That was a scripted rocket. That was rehearsed. Wow.
Round begins in.
All right, so that'll tie up the rounds here again. Cypher's on match point here for the best of 5, but VengeurR's still giving him a hell of a fight.
Definitely. Mega first for Cypher. He's just going to attack this, but LG's now been taken. We've got an orb across to the other side. Rockets, can they land? They can, but they can't do enough damage. And that's going to be the rockets as well dropped, so VengeurR doesn't need to worry about heading over towards the Mega Room.
It's funny because they both respect each other's rockets and rails, but Cypher keeps forgetting about VengeurR's LG, and VengeurR keeps forgetting about Cypher's machine gun.
Cypher's machine gun has actually been insane.
That'll be one frag off either way. Great rail coming out of VengeurR. He is thinking it's still worth going in for another one, but he's just shooting the wall.
That was not a bit off the mark. He does hit another, but there's not enough time to get another angle. Cypher's still paying respect to every kind of angle that VengeurR could possibly be going for. Got more LG taken away. This orb's kind of gone because it makes it quite dangerous for Cypher. VengeurR, they both kill each other in the end. VengeurR gets there first, but it doesn't matter. And once more, Galena versus Galena is what we get. They seem to always kill 2 of each other's champions.
And this time, simultaneously, VengeurR going to be setting up on Mega. It's not up just yet, but he's kind of pitching a tent. And actually setting up a trap. It's a tough angle to set a trap on because the floor is just a little bit higher. It's hard to get like precise rocket placement, but he's got a clean pickup of the Mega, but without a railgun, yeah, his options are limited at this distance.
Doesn't want to give Cypher that angle. small amount of chip. Just hit max some damage. He's got a totem down. He's looking for mid-airs. He finally decides, you know what, I'll get myself.
Yeah, it can't feel great getting no damage out of those rockets, but a great rail catching Cypher on the jump pad. Kind of interesting that Cypher went for like a big jump on the jump pad anyway without kind of protecting himself. Oof.
He needs to get rid of some of those totems.
Venger needs an LG.
Slightly absent-minded in just a couple of these scenarios, which is allowing Cypher to get some good damage. There's a drop down from Cypher. 12 health and the totem at the top. And Venger's got to be more conscious of the totems being around on that spot, but it could be hard to avoid sometimes. 2-1 for Cypher. He is on match and tournament point right now. Can he take Venger down? He's been one of like his biggest challengers, I think, in Quake Champions lately.
Yeah, well, Cypher is keeping an eye on Venger here. He's already used his orb in order to, again, avoid that fight at the LG rim, but look at all this nail gun. Cypher just getting really ballsy, just pushing forward, going, hey, I've done enough damage. I'm not scared of your rail. Venger giving him a very good reason to be scared of his rail, and even taking a rail off of him off the spawn. Still a little bit of time before Venger can stack up on anything. Oh, but Cypher had no idea.
Oh,
the rail comes out of nowhere. I thought that rocket from Venger was going to just destroy Cypher, but Cypher turns it back around. You're right, Zoot. They just keep trading frags.
Or it's that little nail damage that he did at the beginning. Otherwise, Venger wouldn't have been railable. These combos are just awesome from the players. And a little freebie rocket on the floor. I'll take that. Thank you, please.
With my luck, the weapon always disappears right before I get to it.
Happens way too much for me.
All right, but Cypher dropping down for LG, but a fight here. I mean, Venger's got an LG in his own, right? Right? Okay, yeah.
He does. He does. He showed it to us right there. He's going to get himself another kill. He's not out of the tournament just yet. He's still in the running. If he can get himself the frag on the Galena, then we go over to a tiebreaker round. LG, Cypher runs right into it. There's a totem on the floor. He's running into a bit more damage. He might want to drop down. Oh, the tri-bolt damage.
Don't Zorak yourself. Venger's leaving that fight going, you know what, this is too messy. Pretty soon there's armor to worry about. I can set up a much better position here.
I like the early setup as well.
Yeah, dropping down onto a Galena who's likely got totems. Yeah, it's not cool.
Use some rocket ammo. His rockets have been really crucial for him in this series.
It's a bit of a pity because Venger's done such a good job getting one frag ahead of Cypher, but it happened so early. This is still a lot of time to burn for Venger to play this thing completely defensively. He still needs to be putting enough pressure on Cypher to keep him thinking about 25s and small armors, but he's kind of lost track.
Oh, we got Heavy up next. Cypher not really showing us. Is he going to drop down? No. Oh, he's there. Venger goes up that bounce pad.
Heavy, yeah.
Heavy gone.
And look at this. I mean, the stacks are pretty much even now. So that's all it really took to nullify like the last minute for Venger. He's still alive, but Cypher's still giving him the runabout. But that's what piercing sight's for.
Missing these shots. Oh, the totem damage. There's another totem on the side, and and Cypher just tears him apart there. Venger's being a little bit too experimental with his plays. I feel like sometimes he held his positions a bit too long, and sometimes he's just doing these crazy jumps. He needs to slow down because he might find himself losing in this one. More rocket damage. Cypher takes him down for the last time. That's 3-1 on the map and 3-1 in the series. Cypher is your Quake Open League EU Elite Champion, and that is 3 on the trot.